this is my favorite city in Cambodia. Would you agree?
Absolutely the favorite.
Not that the other places we went weren't awesome, they were. I think you guys can tell from watching my prior videos. But coming here to Siem Reap as the last place on our trip, officially, this is my favorite. Now, yes, it might be because Siem Reap has sidewalks, and y'all know I'm a big fan of sidewalks. It's nice to actually be able to walk and not constantly be seen if you're gonna get run over by a car or a motorbike. But it's more just the feel of the city. I really like the relaxed feel of the city while still having so many good businesses and amenities around. Of course, what Siem Reap is most well known for is the amazing temple of Angkor Wat. It is the biggest temple in the world and why most people come to this city. But in this video, I'm not going to focus on that. Angkor Wat is going to be its own video. Today, I just want to show you guys around this amazing city, starting with breakfast. Where are we going for breakfast, Dad?
You didn't tell me yet.
It's called the Source Cafe. We went there yesterday. You loved your breakfast there.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. So we'll take you guys there first. Now, while this restaurant doesn't serve traditional Cambodian food, I will have that later on in this video, I would still really recommend coming here because it is locally owned, really nice story of how it came to be. It focuses on using, local farms for their produce, chemical-free, organic ingredients. You can find a lot of options that are vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free. If you have any kind of dietary restrictions, this is a really good restaurant to come to. To start things off, my dad got a very healthy green juice, the Refresher. You want to give it a try?
Good, I'm refreshed already.
Fantastic. So I ended up getting basically eggs Benedict on a potato hash with some bacon and some spinach. Added some avocado. Absolutely amazing. And then this is my dad's. Dad, what did you end up getting? Can't remember the name?
No.
It's vegetable fritters.
Yeah, vegetable fritter. I knew it was a fritter.
Basically, it's like carrot, zucchini, all those kinds of things made into fritters with some marinara, some cheese, and some avocado on the side. Really healthy and really delicious. So we were just walking to the Royal Gardens and saw the gates for this beautiful temple. It is called Wat Kesararem. Well, we did pop in here just to take a look. I am not going to go inside of the temple because I'm not properly dressed. I got the shoulders showing, and it is just a sign of respect in most religions, I think, actually, for both men and women to have their shoulders and knees covered. But from the looks of it, they are okay if you are just, looking around the outside. And this temple is just absolutely beautiful. And I feel like I never saw it on any sort of tourist guide. So if you are making your way to the Royal Palace, or the Royal Gardens, I should say, this beautiful temple is right in the area. So this area that we are in is known as the Royal Residence. That's the building behind us, and in front of us are the Royal Independence Gardens. There's also a very important shrine that is in this area where people come to make offerings, and if you didn't already know, the primary religion in Cambodia is Buddhism. It's interesting because back when I visited India, I went to a Buddhist ashram that was for Mahayana Buddhism, which is kind of, I think it is the main sect of Buddhism that the Dalai Lama is the leader of, which is Mahayana Buddhism. But here in Cambodia and also in Laos and Thailand, it's a different sect of Buddhism called Theravada. Here in Cambodia, you will see a lot of monks in orange robes, which signifies that they are of that sect, whereas in India and Nepal and Tibet, you will see monks in red robes, which is Mahayana. So this is a really beautiful area of the city, and I would actually recommend getting your accommodation maybe somewhere close to either this street or Pub Street if you want things a little bit more lively, which we will head to later on. But what we are going to do next is to go to the National Museum that they have here, which has a lot of artifacts from the Khmer Empire. It's supposed to be very interesting, one of the best in the country. So if you are interested in archaeology and history to learn more about Cambodia, that would definitely be a top thing to do here in Siem Reap. So unfortunately, I was not able to film much inside of the museum. I actually didn't know that there was no video allowed until somebody come and told me. So you guys will have to come here to check out this museum out for yourself, but I will say that it's definitely worth it. But now, before we head down to Pub Street, I actually wanted to insert 2 day trips. Well, I guess it's 1 day trip. You can do both of these locations at one time, that me and my dad did, where we just hired a local tuk-tuk driver to just drive us outside of the city to see the Landmine Museum and also the Butterfly Conservatory. So this is a very important place to visit if you are coming to Siem Reap. This is the Landmine Museum, which talks about the fact that Cambodia is still the most landmined country in the world. They estimate that there's 3 to 6 million mines that still have not been detonated in different parts of the country, more in rural areas. But of course, a lot of work has been done in the last few decades by people like the owner of this museum. His name is Aki Ra, who has detonated hundreds of thousands of mines by himself. He lived through the Khmer Rouge regime. He was a child soldier during that time, so obviously he has a very thorough education on landmines and now has this center to educate others in different communities. They have some really wonderful staff who work here, who give very personal tours, a lot of the people having lost limbs themselves. So if you visit Siem Reap, I think this is definitely a worthwhile day trip to learn about this very tragic part in Cambodian history. So this is obviously a much happier place to visit than the Landmine Museum. This is the butterfly conservatory, and this is a place where they really try to grow more of the local species of butterflies that are found just here in Cambodia. What's really cool is that you get to see the butterflies through all stages of life. Like, they have the caterpillars when they're in the chrysalis, and then obviously we have this big domed netted garden where they can fly free. Sadly, butterflies only live, I guess, approximately 15 days, so they don't have a very long life, but at least they get to be in this beautiful garden full of flowers while they're still alive. So if you're looking for a fun, more happy, lighthearted day trip from Siem Reap, this is a great place to go. Oh, I got a really good video. Wow, he really likes you, or she really likes you.
Gotta be a sheep.
So here we are walking by the riverside towards the old market, and I just wanted to mention that even though I felt fairly safe, like no issues in all the places we've been to in Cambodia, I especially feel very at ease here in Siem Reap. Are you afraid for your life here, Dad?
No, not too much.
But Siem Reap is definitely a very relaxed, very beautiful city that I don't think you should have that many safety concerns with. I think if anything, maybe you gotta watch out for pickpocketing and the average scam. So here we are entering the old market. I think this is one of the largest ones in Siem Reap, where you can really find whatever you're looking for. Like, they have, clothes, bags, shoes, electronics, and then over here we enter into an area that has both produce and ready-made kind of food. You can basically find whatever you're looking for. After the market, you are very close to an area that is called Pub Street. I think it's fairly self-explanatory what you will find there. The area is a bit quiet now since it's about 4 p.m. It's more after 6, 7 that things get going and are at a high around midnight. We were here on New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah.
So that was very busy, lots of loud music. I'd say that if you want a good night's sleep, you probably shouldn't get your accommodation within a 4 or 5 block radius of this place. So basically everything is closed right now on Pub Street. I didn't think it'd be this bad. I think me and my dad will go to the really nice Cambodian restaurant that I have booked for us tonight, and then afterwards I'm gonna take you guys back to Pub Street once it's dark to give you a more accurate view of what it's like. Funny story, this is not the restaurant that I had planned for tonight. I wanted to go to a Cambodian cuisine restaurant called the Sugar Palm, which is supposed to be really good, but being around the new year, they're unfortunately closed today. But on our way there, we walked past this beautiful restaurant, and it has, you know, traditional Cambodian Khmer cuisine as well, so we're gonna give it a try. Even look at the menus here. This is absolutely gorgeous. And also, I think it's gotta be a hotel. There's some rooms up here, it looks like. We're seated right beside this gorgeous pond. Lovely fountain. Amazing atmosphere. We're starting things off with an Angkor beer for me and a watermelon freeze from my dad. He's basically become obsessed with fresh watermelon juice on this trip, right?
Yeah, it seems to agree with me better than most of the things.
Yeah. Ooh.
So this one is beef lokla.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Akun. How good does this look, guys? We got 3 different things to share. So the main is beef loklak. I've actually had this before at a different restaurant. It's just like tender beef cubes with an egg on top, little bit of salad. We have the rice. And then this I've never had, which is vegetable tiki. I think she said it's kind of like an appetizer. And then this looks so special. A pomelo salad in a pomelo. This looks absolutely fantastic. All right, so let's give the pomelo salad a go. I'm really excited for this. Very nice, like a burst of flavor. Now let's try the vegetable tiki. It's these like really soft deep fried veggie balls. All right. I think Dad, you'll really like this one. Really, really nice. And last but not least, we have the beef loklak. All in all, really nice food. And for such a fancy place, I would say very reasonably priced. Like the salad, I think was $5-6 US. The vegetable appetizer was maybe $4 or $5, and then the main was $8 US. So for a fancy, beautiful establishment, totally worth it. District, you know, it's not usually my kind of scene, but this one here in Siem Reap is actually quite nice. Like, there's some genuinely good restaurants in this area. The music isn't ridiculously loud, and it's just got a more wholesome vibe about it, if you know what I mean. And like I said, just all in all, Siem Reap has impressed me beyond belief. I could definitely see myself coming back here and just chilling for a month, like easily. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's getting a little bit loud now, so I'm gonna sign off here. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and keep being your own kind of beautiful. Bye guys.